Chill out. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the next installment of Reading with Shiloh. Reading with Shiloh. We here. Chill out. Chill out. We're here to finish off the last chapter. The last chapter, chapter 18, the conclusion of The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman by Dr. Shahrazad Ali. We here to get it in. We're going to get it in.
Yeah, we're going to get it in.
That's right. We're going to get it in.
Yes, we're going to get it in.
Okay, the conclusion. Let's read the conclusion. The conclusion of the whole matter is to keep God's commandments. The conclusion of the whole matter is to keep God's commandments.
I don't see Daddy anywhere.
All right. Chapter 18.
Chapter 18. Wait, Daddy. Chapter 18. On my face.
Yeah, you had chocolate all on your face.
Yes. We have to clean this face.
All right, let's read. Let's finish reading, all right? Let's read the last chapter.
Ooh, what's that?
The last chapter.
Wait, Daddy. My favorite.
Let me see. The last chapter. The conclusion.
What's that? Conclusion.
Conclusion.
Without addition.
Yeah, conclusion. That's what we're going to read. Chapter 18, conclusion. Every chapter in this book is filled with examples of kinds of problems, and the black woman has both emotionally and mentally. Call me so. Right. Every chapter in this book is filled with examples of the kinds of problems the black woman has both emotionally and mentally. Until the black man is able to collectively assess the amount of psychological damage done to the character of the black woman, he cannot know where or how to begin correcting it. It's deep. Come on. Come on, say it. It's deep. It's an infection that for many years has robbed the black man from reaching his full potential as the King of Kings. That's right, as the King of Kings. He is held back by his queen, who is deeply entrenched in fear. That's right. Fear that she will be recognized and required to change. That's right. She is trying to run away from the problem. She is trying to problem, not problem. Problem. No, problem. No, not problem. Problem. Let's see, there you go. Problem. Good job. She is trying to flee from the individual work that must be done to save our nation.
Our nation.
Put it back. Push it in there. All right. Don't you get on the back of my chair. Although not lazy by nature, she has become loose and careless about herself and about her man and family. Her brain is smaller than the black man, so while she is acclaimed for her high... Come on, get up there. Let's read.
Let's read.
Let's read.
Wait, Daddy?
Yes, sir. While she is acclaimed, bless you, for her high scholastic achievement, her thought process does not compare to the conscious black man's. Her complaints and whining about the lack of qualified black men has led her to the white man. Celibacy and lesbianism. She would rather live in the artificial stages of these types of random, poorly thought out choices than accept a sit down. Okay, stop all the moving. so we can read. Come on. Or y'all can get out of here. That's up to you. What are you going to do? Then go do it so I can finish reading. You going to sit here with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so sit there and stop. She would rather live in the artificial stages of these types of random, poorly thought out choices. Poorly thought out choices that accept the options offered to her by the black man. As the first, the original, and the leader, the black man is responsible for remaking the black woman into what she must become. It is not the easiest job, and payment will be slow and initial benefits few. The recipient challenges the work that must be done. She is hard to train, and it will take time, patience, endurance, and attention. Great sacrifices reap great results. Occasionally, there surfaces a black woman who strives to be civilized. Get out of here. Get out. Go out. Get out. Get out. Go in the front. Occasionally, there strives a black woman who strives to be civilized. She is refined, intelligent, clean, courteous, and cheerful. It is a lucky black man who finds and makes this kind of black woman. She represents good material to work with. She requires guidance, but because of her being in line with the true nature of the black woman, she is easier to train and submit herself for correction. This type of woman accepts her responsibilities as wife and as mother. She is satisfied and content with what her black man provides for her and her family. Money is not her God. She lives a simpler existence, teaches her children good values, and spends time with them to influence their futures. She is obedient and respectful to her man, pursues wholesome goals, is respected in her community, and dresses in a stylish, non-seductive way. She does not curse or be loud in public. She supports her man and enjoys the splendor of a happy sex life. This kind of black woman is a rarity, but she does exist. The black man's work on the black woman must be carefully done so as not to permanently maim her ego. He must approach and challenge her behavior head on, and he must do it in such a way that will not drive her insane. He must do it in a way possibly different in each situation according to the degree of her problem. His words must not be based on the rationale and reasoning of the American way of life. Instead, his way must be one of his very own design based on his individual needs and desires. Whatever he wants his woman, children, and home to be like. Man, that's the key right there. That's a big key. His way must be one of his very own design, based on his individual needs and desires. Whatever he wants his woman, children, and home to be like. His standard for making these decisions must not be calculated necessarily by the current American lifestyle. He must figure out how to maintain a family and household in peace, a household where there is love and sincere caring for each of the members. He must control his group, his family, by being civilized in his asking and telling. The initial introduction of the new way of living will be a little rocky, but this will subside in about 3 weeks. It takes approximately 3 weeks to make a change. If the black man can maintain his seriousness and purpose for just 3 weeks, he will start to reap the benefits of change. The black woman should be the proudest female on earth, and she should feel she is the most blessed of all mankind because she is the mate of the greatest form of life on the planet, the black man. Instead of opting for his prestigious position, she has chosen the role of rebellion and hostility. But she is not herself. Herself is the most valuable and the most beautiful vessel the black man owns. She has no match. Also, remember that much covered in this text concerning the problems of the black woman discusses variable levels of indoctrination. Certainly, not all black women suffer from all of these traits to the fullest extent, but rest assured that all of them are tainted on some level with every ailment mentioned, covertly, overtly, or both. These are very serious times. Black lives are at risk from the deadly extreme of drugs to the misleading comforts of nestling in the warm armpits of the system. Every stage of livelihood is contaminated. The plan to create a dead brain in the slave was set in motion in 1555, and the effect was designed to be self perpetuating throughout each commencing generation. It is a mold, a frame of mind, an idea of mental death and deterioration that permeates the Black nation. Currently, the disconnection of Black people and their failure to come to an agreement on the time and what must be done continues to mushroom and snowball at the same time. The problems loom larger and are more widespread than ever in the 90s. Distrust, disunity, and disagreement is rampant in every Black community and worse, in nearly every Black household. The condition of the Black woman is the strongest manifestation of this defect. The condition of the Black woman is the strongest manifestation of this defect. Clear warnings have come from the problem solvers of our era, and some of the solutions have even been presented by the problem makers. But to date, they have all been rejected. Groups are splintered and competitive with each other. This is also witnessed in the Black family. The warners who came with clear messages have died, been killed, or systematically ignored. And truth has been reduced to an interpretation of mere opinion. It does not matter now how much financial help is given to the Black nation or how much is taken away. If the basic foundation of the Black man and Black woman's attachment is not repaired, the Black nation in America will continue to self-destruct without additional help or hindrance from anyone. It is already on a roll. Superior education, business advancement, sports achievement, and marvelous entertainment is not enough. We must breed a new people and teach them new ideas. Black men and Black women have a clear choice to make, a choice to live resulting from change, or a choice to die from rejecting this truth. This book poses a question of survival, and the individual choices made by the Black man and the Black woman about this situation will determine whether or not the Black nation will slowly heal or continue to die a shameful, disrespectful, and unnatural death. There is no point in being embarrassed about the facts presented in this text because they simply outline the current effect of 4 centuries of slavery on the minds and actions of Black people, all of the Black people, including the colored, the Negro, the Blacks, the Afro American, and the new title African American. It is still not settled about who we are, and superficial unity based on racial identification is not adequate for progress anyway. The sheer ignorance and mimicry that Blacks practice is recognized and known throughout the civilized world. The pitiful state of condition of the Black man, the Black woman, and the Black child is not hidden, certainly not from the people who caused it to be this way. Remember, the Black nation is not responsible for being enslaved. Um, I believe they are. However, we are responsible for our freedom. And until Black couples make a conscious decision to practice the behavioral modifications required to change the slavery thought patterns and combat the practices that perpetrate failure and dependency, the Black family will continue on the downhill roller coaster to hell and extinction it is currently riding. We can no longer look to the people who put us in this condition to provide us a way out of it. We must do this ourselves. We must plan sanely for our futures. So make no mistake about it. This writing is a call for the blood, the special blood of the seed of the original Black man who have within their genes the knowledge of the great legacies of progress and eternal peace. Every Black man will not heed this call. For some of them, it is already too late. They have been emotionally destroyed. Their problems are only symptoms of the causes, which are detailed in this book. This writing is also a call to the Black man to confront and conquer the terror-filled veins flowing throughout the Black woman's body. And it is a platform for the Black man to learn what he must do to survive. No Black man is exempt from these instructions. Repeat, no Black man is exempt from this information. He must elevate himself to the occasion. Rise, Black man, and take your rightful place as ruler of the universe and everything in it, including the Black woman. That was the end of that. Let's see what this is. The last 20 years or so have been very revealing and have taught us a great deal about each other, more than we have ever known before, and possibly more than we are ready to acknowledge. After the sudden release of this book in March of 1990 about the topic we had sidestepped for years, the subject matter seemed to take on a life of its own, and it hit the fan. We finally shared a topic that involved us all, adults, children, teens, parents, siblings, and elders, because each and every one of us is touched by the contents of this book. One of the main things we discovered is that we are not as different as we think we are, and that we all share the same or similar situations as described in this book. What goes on in our house and personal relationships is very predictable with routine outcomes. As it turns out, we are quite monolithic in our love lives. We practiced in a national purge of sorts during which time we thrashed verbally, admitted, denied, refused, accepted, argued, made up, and started all over again as soon as we got to the next chapter. Since the writings of this book over 20 years ago, we have discussed our relationship issues to the point of exhaustion. We have opened up, shut down, exposed our vulnerabilities, and sometimes even moved on to other nationalities to get out, pick them up, and fix them, and get out. Hurry up. Just put them up there. Just put both of them up there. Daddy will fix them. Daddy will fix it later. Just put it up there. Put it up there, man. Yeah, there you go, like that. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
You did it. You did a great job.
We have opened up, shut down, exposed our vulnerabilities, and sometimes even moved on to other nationalities to escape the inevitable confrontations that exist amongst us about why we can't get along. Admittedly, we just can't get it together. Yet this one book remains as the most productive and exciting period of emotional growth Black men have ever experienced since the 1960s Cultural Revolution. This book brings you, the Black man in America, face to face with yourself, and for the first time provides you with some basic knowledge about your woman's behavior and motivation that you didn't know about. Needless to say, Black women did not jump for joy at the release of this book because it gave us a seemingly in-your-face diagram of how we act at home and abroad.
to the house.
Okay. This is definitely a book for strong Black women who are able to read it, see themselves, analyze their own behavior, discuss it with their mates, make changes, and finally be amused at the entire text. As Black women historically, we have practiced the treacherous art of hidden issues and secret agendas in our relationships with Black men. This includes our mates, our husbands, our fathers, if there is one, our uncles, brothers, and sons. We tend to trick and treat all Black men. Hey, get from underneath there. We tend to trick and treat all Black men the same, and then support other Black women in the wrongdoing they get caught in. After Black men found this out, the strong ones bonded with each other based on their common interest in trying to understand and manage the Black females in their circles. Of course, Black women yelled foul, no fair, but the chapters just kept on coming, and the truth was verbally proven. In retrospect, the descriptions about Black women's behaviors that they claimed were so demeaning at the time have turned out to be quite mild compared to the bold, sexually explicit, and wild boar behavior of Black females today. Technology, especially YouTube.com, has allowed the Black woman in America, by way of cameras, moving pictures, to show the entire world the savage and uncivilized things she does, what she likes, and what she does in front of her children, what she does in public places like bars, playgrounds, schools, restaurants, and especially how she dresses and dances. No cooking, cleaning, or washing, just sex, sex, sex. 20 years ago, certain types of raunchy dancing was reserved for women performing in strip clubs or secret after-hour joints. But today, nearly all the women dance in the same vulgar moves that strippers use. They sure do. Which is which? They do this dance anywhere there is a camera. I wonder if she's talking about twerking. They do this dance anywhere there's a camera and anywhere there's an audience, because they seem to be aiming for the greater audience, the world, reached via the internet. They are unconsciously training their children. They're unconsciously training their children. They are unconsciously training their children, especially their daughters, to dance and behave in the same unabridged, shameless way. As the mother is, so shall the daughter be. Black women compete with each other to see who can dance or gyrate in the most sexually explicit manner, especially in front of men. Sadly, many Black men in our society encourage this type of unladylike, low-down dog behavior among our women. Black men should not support this by treating the dancing, fighting, and nudity as if it's just entertainment, because it is not. It is further proof of the destruction of Black womanhood and femininity. And Black men must remember that this is the woman God designed for them. And ironically, after witnessing Black women behave in these ways, and then our men go to other nationalities and find a decent woman and marry them, a lot of our Black men no longer want a Black woman. Between how we act and our bad attitude, our men feel like we are too much trouble to deal with. They want peace, which our women do not know how to practice daily. 20 years ago, our situation was not nearly as bad as we did not have so many Black women who were openly gay, nor Black women who had given up on finding or being with a Black man. There was not the overwhelming problem of homelessness, Black women killing their own children, and Black women abandoning their children. Our prisons are now overflowing with Black women, just as they are overflowing with Black men. About 25% of the black men in jail are incarcerated because of some form of domestic violence or child support. Hell yeah. A lot of this is new to the black community, and it has created an adjustment problem in our households and on the job. We have an entire generation of black male youth who would rather pretend to be the black man than be the husband of who would rather pretend to be a black woman, excuse me, than be the husband of one. That's fine. You already got one in now. You good to go. We also do not have as many highly educated black women, which have raised the bar, they think, and their option to mate, date, and marry. The black man has remained economically disenfranchised in society, yet our women today demand more and more money to waste on fake hair, fake fingernails, fake eyelashes, fake buttocks, fake breasts, and fake personalities. Black women spend more time on their physical appearance than on caring for their man and children and cooking nutritious meals. With the black poverty rate at almost 40%, black men must resist the easy urge to abandon and disconnect from their children. Resist the easy urge to abandon and disconnect from their children. Resist the temptation to practice antisocial behavior such as killing other black men over petty grievances and drugs and turf. There is always something to do to make yourself attractive to a woman. Don't allow women to manipulate you with sex. Get control of your low desires. Clean yourself up. Read. Pick up the trash in your neighborhood. Pick up the trash in your neighborhood.
Pick up the trash in the neighborhood.
And grow a garden. Grow a garden. Let our young girls see black men being productive, even with productive. Productive. Even without a job. Set a good example for black women. Be strong in your convictions and to do right. Don't let everybody play you. Respect women and make them respect you by leading by example. The black man is the best man on the planet Earth. Your agility and endurance will continue to serve you if you use it. Clean yourself up. Come on, DJ. Come on, man.
Clean yourself up.
Clean yourself up. And start a massive movement to volunteer. Yeah, there you go. Most volunteers have daily access to food, restroom facility, and often transportation. Women like a good man better than they like a man with a job. All women will take care of a man if she sees something good in him for herself. If your woman has other children, try to treat them with equality and respect. All women love men who are nice to their children. All women love men who try to fix up around the house. The black woman is so far removed. Hold on, son. Hold on. The black woman is so far removed. There we go. The black woman is so far removed from love that she sometimes can't identify it. Show her that affection and caring is more than sex. Right now, she thinks this is all she has and all she's good for. Today, just as 20 years ago, Loneliness is the greatest fear and threat to the black woman or to black women. They will do anything rather than be alone. This is what all the taking off their clothes is about. They're trying to get attention, to keep from being alone. That's why they start on the cell phone. That's why they stay on the cell phone all day and all night, trying not to be alone. The black woman is frightened and desperate.
The black woman is frightened
and desperate
and desperate
to be loved.
to be loved.
And she is always disappointed. Disappointed. Our women are broken and they cannot be fixed. And they cannot be fixed until our man takes charge of his post and refuses to allow his present circumstances. Good job. To dictate his outcome. There you go. If the black man does good, then God will
good.
Then God will be on his side. And you can't stop a man who believes that God is on his side.
On the side.
You cannot stop a man.
On the side. You can't stop us, man.
That
believe
that God is on his side.
God is on his side.
There you go.
On the side.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how you doing, my son.
And you can't stop a man who believes that God is on his side. Do good. Do good without going to a religious institution. Police your own self. Reclaim your family. Some will say that this advice is old school, out of style, corny, and contains techniques that will not work. And contains techniques that will not work. That will. There you go. They are lying because they are lazy and want us to fail. The behaviors I suggest are the only ones. Get out the camera. The behavior that I suggest are the only ones that will work on the fractured family. Fractured. On the fractured family. And a shattered relationship. And a shattered relationship. There you go. The main commonality. The main commonality we have is that we are all products of our ancestral slave history, which damaged us all. Us all. We must talk about slavery together as a family and study the ways it has affected us, especially the black woman. We cannot get away from this. We have to confront it and deal with it in order to get better. You survived slavery, and you can survive this. Calm down, man. And you can survive this. Survive. There you go. You can survive this. We're done. We're done reading the book. We made it all the way. That's the book we were reading. The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman by Dr. Shahrazad Ali.
That's what you got.
That's the one we're going to read next. Right here. This one. We're going to read this one next. All right. But we're done reading this one. All 18 chapters. We have made it to the end, man. Finally. Thank you. Thank y'all for sticking with me.
Here.
Great book.
Great
book. A lot of information. Hold on.
Daddy, we found your ball.
I know.
We found your ball. Do you
Hold on a
gun?
second. Yes.
And my ball.
Let me see.
It's coming to fighting. Yeah. Daddy, wagon. Yeah.
Let me see that orange one. Let me see that orange one. Give me that orange ball. Alright, accidental discharge. But the next book on the the next book on the reading will be the urban survival for the years to come. Another one by Miss Shahrazad Ali. Hold on, man. There you go, my boy. Those are books. That's a fish, a carving. Yeah, so this will be the next one. The next book to come up on the list.
Yeah, the next book come on to this.
On the list.
Under this.
So, she has 6 of them.
Yeah, we have 6 of them.
We have already read.
This one?
No, that's the one we're going to read. We're going to read that one. We've read this one and this one. The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. We're going to read this one next. The Urban Survival for Years to Come. And then after that, we will read The Things Your Parents Should Have Told You.
Told me.
Yep, don't worry. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Is that me?
So you can go if you want to get any of these books. They're available on Amazon as well as eBay. Go check out Miss Shahrazad Ali. Ali. Mm-hmm. Leave it alone. Pick it up. That's the letter H. H. Yeah, and that's it, man. I'm glad we finally finished. So we'll keep pushing. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Leave a comment, something. Let me know how you like the book, what you thought of what you heard. Shit, go back to in the different chapters. Leave a comment on what you think, or hey, leave it alone before you give me the book. Or what your opinions are on those chapters.
Opinions on.
Yeah, but we'll come back another time.
Yeah, DJ out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son, man out.
Yeah, man, DJ and Daddy. No, man, stop. Yeah. Reading with Shiloh out. We out. We'll be out.
Daddy.
Say it again.
Daddy.
Oh, I'm gonna bite him up like a dinosaur.
Like a dinosaur? Like a dinosaur.
Hold on, let me cut this off. All right.
Shalom.
Yep, shalom.
Shalom. Say shalom, Daddy.
Shalom.
Shalom. See the castle. Castle.